Roll up, ladies and gentlemen, to the much-anticipated spectacle, The Bride. You know, because nothing screams originality like yet another reinterpretation of a story that's seen more facelifts than a Beverly Hills socialite. I mean, who knew Frankenstein's monster could take another stitch in his side? But hey, let's not judge a book by its, well, centuries-old storyline. Helmed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, whose directorial prowess we saw in The Lost Daughter, this film promises a bold, iconoclastic take. Bold and iconoclastic, just the adjectives we throw around when we can't say totally unnecessary, but we did it anyway. Our story takes us to 1930s Chicago, where a lonely Frankenstein, played by Christian Bale, seeks out a groundbreaking scientist to whip up a lady friend. Fun tip: when you're as revolting as Frankenstein, it's best not to outsource your dating profile to a scientist. But it's the 1930s, so we'll let that one slide. Enter stage left, the brilliant Annette Bening, who takes on the role of Dr. Euphronious. Side note: when was the last time you met someone named Euphronious? Sounds like a microwaveable Greek cuisine. But I digress. Together, the duo revive a murdered young woman, and voila, Jessie Buckley, as the bride is born. From then on, it's all murder, possession, cultural movements, and a combustible romance. You know, just your average Tuesday. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some heavy hitters in this film. Jessie Buckley and Christian Bale give performances that remind us why they're top-tier talent. Buckley's take on the bride is a high-wire act of emotional vulnerability and icy determination, and Bale's Frankenstein is a masterclass in tortured minimalism. Not to mention, the supporting cast is studded with stars like Peter Sarsgaard, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Annette Bening, who bring nuance and depth to their roles. So it seems like we've hit the cinematic jackpot, right? Well, not quite. For all its promise and potential, The Bride is a film that struggles to find its own voice amidst the echoes of its many predecessors. The narrative, while packed with action and drama, feels like a patchwork quilt of familiar tropes and cliches, much like its titular character. However, for all its shortcomings, The Bride does offer some food for thought. It wrestles with themes of identity, autonomy, and what it means to be human, albeit through the lens of an unhinged scientist and his patchwork partner. In conclusion, if you're a fan of Frankenstein reboots, gothic romance, or just have a thing for Christian Bale in period attire, The Bride might just be the film for you. And if not, well, there's always the popcorn. Stay tuned for more reviews where I slice and dice the latest films with all the subtlety of a chainsaw. Until next time, cinephiles.